Hi there. Are you feeling overwhelmed? Like there's not enough hours in the day? Do you feel like the days, the weeks, the months are just seem to be flying by for you? Well, on today's show, we're going to talk about how you can get more organized and more productive. I'm going to share some powerful insights for you that you can implement and start using today. Welcome to the show. I'm Diane Forster. I'm the founder of I Have Today and the host of this show. And this is episode 2 in our new series. Very excited to be here. We are live from our studio in Vista, California, in northern San Diego. I've got the crew here. I got Kelly here, and I have a very exciting show for you today. So thank you so much for being here. I want to let you know that if you are watching this on Facebook, I can see your comments. So I encourage you to please say hello, tell me your name, tell me where you're from, tell me what's going on with you, because I want to hear from you. So thank you so much for being here. And let me also tell you what you can expect from today's episode. Okay, so I'll start out today with that, with some really powerful content to help you to be more organized and productive. You know, we are going through a very, very, I call it interesting time right now. I don't like to use the word challenging or negative words. The more you get to know me and know the work around what we do here at I Have Today, and me as an intentional living expert and a mindset manifestation mentor, I understand the power of language and words. And so I don't want to label this anything negative. I want to keep it focused on the word interesting, because first of all, the word interesting is more interesting. And these are interesting times. It's not a lie. That actually is true. But what's going on here is we are going through these interesting times right now, and there's not a person on the planet who has not been affected by what's going on. And there are layers and layers and layers of emotions coming up and changes to your life. Life as we knew it is over. What's that REM song, right? It's the end of the world as you know it is actually true. And I think a lot of people are sitting around waiting for things to return to normal, and it's going to be a new normal. It's not going to be the same normal. So what I thought I would share with you today is what I'm hearing over and over again is, gosh, I had no idea that I was going to have to be take on teacher as my role, or short order cook, or, housemaid, or, all around go to everything for everyone. And I'm speaking to the women right now. If there are guys watching the show, I'm sure you've got this going on too, but I work predominantly with women, and this is what I hear. Not only are they running their households, and running their businesses, they now have to run and handle every single aspect of those areas in their lives. They're literally the go-to for everyone and everything. And as women, we tend to, take on more than we really should anyway. And so what I thought I would share today during the show is some powerful ways where you can tap into ways for you to get more organized and be way more productive. Because when we're harried and disorganized, we're wasting time. Too much time is going by that we're wasting. And like I said at the beginning, you feel already like the days and the weeks and the months are flying by. Since the lockdown, since COVID started, it's been here in the US, here in California, it's been since March 16th. So we are now 3 months into this, just about 3 months into this. And I don't even, speaking for myself, I don't even know where this time went. It's crazy what's happening. So, initially it started out feeling like, it kind of feels like it's a little break, it's vacation. And then the reality started to hit. And then a lot is happening with us emotionally. And So while I say the layers and layers and layers of what's happening, it's affecting everyone on every level, from a cellular, spiritual, soul level, all the way to everything that we're seeing, what's happening right now, everything that happened with George Floyd, the breaking down of what's happening in the government. There's not a sector in the world that isn't affected by this and isn't experiencing this breakdown. And so your role right now, the most important thing you can do for yourself is take care of you and take care of your loved ones and your home. That is your main base. That is the place that you want to stay focused on first. And really, you ladies, you take care of you, be what I call selfish in a really good way. And so that means get things as organized and productive as you can so that you feel good about yourself. You feel a sense of peace. You feel a sense of calmness over you, even, a sense that there's even time for you, because that's the ultimate goal, for being able to find time for you in your busy, crazy, hectic life. All right. So let me share with you what our intention statement is. Our intention statement this week is, I have today to manage my time well. I have today to manage my time well. And if you're new to the show, we do wallpaper on Instagram. It looks like this. We make these every week for every episode. You can find them at Diane Forster Official. That's my Instagram feed. And when you go there, just hit the button that says wallpaper, and you'll find a whole selection of them there. And the purpose of that is so that you can really anchor in this intention statement so that it sticks with you. Because, when we're busy doing too many things, you lose it. Sounds really good at the moment, but then you lose it. And so this helps you anchor it in. And when you make these small, subtle intention statements or mantra statements, and you start building on them, they really start to anchor in, and then they become a part of your life, your everyday life. So my team, Kelly, she makes the most beautiful wallpapers, and they're up every week. So this one for today, I have today to manage my time well, will be up there loaded later today, but you can go back and see some of the other ones there. There's ones on money and mindset and all kinds of things there. So anyway, that is our intention statement for this week. I have today to manage my time well. All right. So like I said, during this interesting times, this is the feedback that I'm getting from women. I'm wearing every hat. And how can I feel overwhelmed. I feel stressed out. So what I'm going to share with you now are 3 tips and strategies to help you to alleviate some of that pressure. All right. So the number one thing is, don't be a martyr. Ask for help. Ask for help. This is what we do. We women, I know I'm guilty of this too. It's just easier for me to do. By the time I explain it or pass it to somebody, I could just get it done myself. But ask for help. Elicit the support from your family. First of all, your spouse, partner, whomever, whatever your relationship you're in, if you're in one. If your kids are at home, elicit their help. This is good for them to be involved, and reach out for the help that you deserve and that you need. You don't have to do it all. Ask for help. It is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength. Okay. Ask for help from support group, coaches. I'm overwhelmed. Things are changing in my life. I had no idea my life was going to look like this. And this is what the new normal is, which, by the way, it's going to be this way ongoing for we don't really even know how long. So, I hope you're not sitting there waiting for things to return back to normal and expect that that's the way it's going to be, because it is my firm belief that that is not going to happen. So now we have to adapt and adjust to a whole new world. So tap into the support that's available for you in the communities with coaches, help from professionals, therapists, anybody out there, support groups. I'm speaking at an event in a couple of weeks to a group of professional women on how to deal with the overwhelm and the stress that they're all now carrying because they are running their businesses or, working and still managing their day-to-day life. And so it's a lot. It is a lot to take. And the emotions are really affecting a lot of people. And I know I actually live by myself. I'm blessed beyond belief. And I say, I thank God every day for this, that I am blessed that, I have adult children. They're grown, they're on their own, and I live by myself. And so I'm really responsible for me. And I feel a sense of responsibility to you, which is why I do this show. But I know that there are so many people out there that don't have that scenario. They're taking care of their elderly loved ones or parents or their kids or whoever it is. And now we're spending all this time together and all of these personalities are together. And that's causing, dysfunction in the family. I don't even want to go into the statistics about what's happening with suicide, depression, domestic violence, child molestation. I mean, this is overwhelming what's happening. So your role is to stay as healthy and well as you possibly can. And that starts with how you're feeling in your mindset. And if you could be more organized and productive in your day-to-day life, that is going to help keep your mindset healthy and well, in addition to keeping you healthy and well. All right, so that's number one. Number two is get super creative and calendar everything. Everything. Whatever you do. I have my meditation in the morning on the calendar. I have my journaling on the calendar. I have my exercise on the calendar. I have, going to the post office on the calendar. I literally calendar everything. And whatever digital, if you use a digital calendar, great. If you use, pen and paper still, a physical one, get a lot of fun, colorful markers, make it fun and creative, because this is leading into step number 3. You have to do it anyway, right? These are things that have to be done. So what's your attitude about it? Is it, it's this, I have to do this attitude. So I feel agitated by it. I'm bored by this. I'm frustrated by this. Like, I'm sick of this. I'm tired of this. Or do you have an attitude of gratitude? What if you had an attitude of gratitude where you say, well, I'm lucky I get to do this, and count the things, all the blessings. I'm lucky I'm healthy and well. I'm not in the hospital on a ventilator dealing with COVID, or, I've got a roof over my head and I've got, my family's healthy and well. Look for the things to be grateful for, and have that attitude of gratitude, and make fun with it. Not of it, with it. Make it fun, gamify it if you can. Shift your attitude, and I'm telling you, your whole world will change with that attitude of gratitude and positivity. So you have to do it anyway, right? So make it fun and creative. So ask for help. Please don't be a martyr. Reach out for the help you need. Calendar everything, really. I was doing some work yesterday, and I had a long list. I had a list of about 10 things that I had to do. And there were some significant things on there that I had to do. And I got every one of them done. That is the best feeling in the world. Now, not all days are like that. You're not always going to get everything on your to-do list done. But if you can make a significant mark in that that feeling of accomplishment feels so good. So I was feeling so good. And I tackled the hardest things first. Do the hardest things first, because when you procrastinate those, they tend not to get done. So do the things that challenge you the most first, that you personally have to do. Not that you can, pass off to somebody else, but you personally have to do. And you're going to start feeling a sense of accomplishment. You're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to feel that level of peace that comes over you. So that's 3 ways, 3 simple, easy things that you could start doing today. Get the help you need, calendar, and have an attitude of gratitude. Make it fun. You got to do it anyway, right? So that's the message for today. That's our 3 tips on that. And remember, our intention statement was, I have today to manage my time well. I have today to manage my time well. All right. So what's going to happen next is I'm going to bring on a very special guest today. Her name is Gila Kurtz. She is the co-founder of Dog is Good. And then after my interview with Gila, stay tuned for my very special segment called Mentor Me Minute. So if you've got a question or a challenge or a problem and you're dealing with something right now that you need help and support with, I am here and I am available to take your question live on air to mentor you for 1 whole minute, where I'm going to tap into what's going on with you and I'm going to give you the best possible advice I can for you right here live on air. And I'm happy to do it. Last week we had a great few questions, and what I'm going to do is one of your questions, one lucky winner is going to win a signed copy of my book I have today, Find Your Passion, Purpose, and Smile Finally. So put it in the comments section so I can see what your questions are. Hang on, let me switch tabs here so they're available. And then stay till the end, because what I'm going to do is a powerful mantra meditation for you live here that is going to allow you to alleviate some of the emotions that you're feeling, some of the stress and the overwhelm and any of the negative emotions that you have going on right now, and switch those around so that they're calm, they're peaceful, they're more productive, you're more excited, you feel more empowered, you're feeling much more positive energy around you. So, oh, hey, Nancy, how are you? Nice to have you here. Thanks so much. Nancy says, you're amazing, Diane, and your team. Keep up the great work. Well, I appreciate you being here so much. So if you've got a question, be sure to put it in the comments section. All right. Okay. So now let me introduce you to my fabulous guest, Gila Kurtz, co-founder of Dog is Good. Hey, Gila, how are you?
I'm good, Diane. It's good to see you.
Oh, it's always so good to see you. You look amazing.
Oh, thank you. You as well. You as well.
Happy today.
Happy today.
So
Gotta
good to
choose happy. I choose happy.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Well, let me tell the audience a little bit about you, Gila, and before we get into the interview, because I want to talk about you and what's been going on with you, where you're at, how you stay productive and organized, because you're a dynamo. I mean, you are doing multiple things, and you're an extraordinary woman, and women can learn a lot and do learn a lot from you.
Thank you.
All right. So, as co-founder of Dog is Good, Gila helps create original messaging and designs that celebrate the power of the dog-human bond. The product line, apparel, gifts, accessories, and home decor are the tangible items that express how great it is to live life with dog. She delivers, all right, dog, you got to pronounce this for me.
Dog Fignugan. We made that up. It's made up.
Dog McNewton. She delivers Dog McNewton, which they define as the unique joy one feels in the presence of a dog, because they know a dog can change the way you see the world. They're on a mission to change lives, one dog at a time. So, well, so welcome here. Welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too. So Gila and I go way back. We've known each other for several years. We've collaborated together. We've worked together. We support each other. We are, friends.
We hike together.
What?
We hike together.
We hike together. Yes. Gila and I went on an 8-mile hike, and it was, oh my God.
It's a killer. Yeah, it's a good one.
It was what an extraordinary day we had that day. Sunny, beautiful, up in Newport Beach, and really just connecting and supporting each other through this, what I'm calling this interesting time.
Yeah.
Right. So talk a little bit about you and Dog is Good, and even Fur Covered Wisdom. I'd love for you to share a little bit about that to the audience, so they know who you are and how they can follow you and support you.
Yeah, well, Dog is Good as a brand came to be from my love for dogs originally. I'm a professional dog trainer. I actually still train puppies is my area of expertise, puppy development. So I still work with families and helping them raise behaviorally sound and well-mannered pups because I want those dogs to always stay with those families. And I've always built that business, my dog training business, on the foundation that it's my job to help those families build that relationship on trust and based on trust and mutual respect, which is a value that is a common thread throughout not only my life, but in everything that we do. And so when we decided to create Dog is Good, it was because there was nothing out there that expressed not just how much one loves their dog, but the deeper connection that we have with them and how we live life with dog. And the fact that anytime you're in the presence of a dog, whether it's, I mean, assuming you're a dog lover, okay, if you don't like dogs, I don't know, kind of wonder about that. But as a dog lover, you understand what I'm talking about. I kind of refer to it as the first 2 minutes home experience. That in that connection, and there's a reason behind it. And part of the reason, I believe, especially in the past 12 years that we've been in business, is that there is something fundamentally missing from our lives, whether it's a continuum of peace or a pure joy that we experience. And part of that is we are so busy. We've become so busy and connected by technology and glued to the TV, and in recent months, glued to the news. And in those moments of what we feel is connecting, we are more deeply disconnected than ever before. But in the presence of a dog, or our own dogs, is this purity of connection. And it literally changes us at the cellular level. The oxytocin that gets released in our brain. And there's just a number of science-based research that shows the power of the dog-human bond. And so the Dog is Good brand creates unique messages that tap into that as a reminder to recreate that feeling again and again. And the tangible products that we have, the t-shirts, the hats, the jewelry, the all the gift items, the home decor, those are just the tangible that deliver it.
Yes.
Person.
Yes. It's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful brand, and you serve in such an extraordinary way. And actually, I want to pivot because I just got this sense that we need to go in this direction. But you didn't start out this. You started out, you were a teacher, you were an entrepreneur for years before you started Dog is Good, and now, with everything that's happening, with the rates of unemployment skyrocketed, right? This is such an ideal time for people to reinvent themselves.
Yes.
Right. So you had such a love and passion for dogs, and that you found a niche and found a way into, or you created a market. Truly, you created a market. So I think that's really worth talking about and exploring and sharing with people that, just because you were in direct sales marketing, right? And
I taught high school, which was a lifelong dream, like literally since I was 7 years old. Taught high school. When I married into the military, my husband, that meant we moved a lot. I couldn't get a teaching job. So, I started in direct selling businesses, built 2 really successful businesses in the direct sales market. And then had a gourmet coffee vending business, which was really successful. I later sold that before deciding to pursue a career in professional dog training, which I still do today. I mean, I'm just never going to let that go. That's just such a deep-seated passion of mine.
Yes.
Teaching and working with dogs is powerful. And then ultimately creating Dog is Good. But even within Dog is Good, especially now, an opportunity to pivot and reinvent how we choose to take our message out into the world. So there's always these moments of opportunity. I just look at them as doors that we always get. It's like what is that game from when we were kids? The Make a Deal. There is door number 1, 2, and 3. Any door is a door of possibility. You just got to walk through it.
Yes. It's so true. It's so true. And you've gained from all of that experience and that knowledge, and it's led you to where you are today. And so you also are an author, and you've got a brand called Fur Covered Wisdom, where you teach fetch a life worth barking for, right? Barking about. And so how do you stay so organized and productive. I mean, you're doing puppy training, you're, running 2 businesses. I know you belong to several networking groups, and you volunteer, and you're such a, an advocate for helping people. So how do you do it? How do you stay so organized?
Well, I am not. Actually, I appreciate I want to be, I really want to be honest with people, because I think sometimes people perceive somebody else as being better than themselves or more equipped than themselves, and use that a little bit as an excuse. And the fact of the matter is, there's times when I am incredibly organized and productive, and then there's moments when I'm juggling so many balls that I'm not as organized or as productive as I want to be. But the way that I look at it is this: the first thing that is critical and that I have so much clarity about is the vision. So I see literally every morning, as my eyes open up, I see, my head plays the movie again and again of the vision that I'm creating in my experience in there. So that piece is so solid and organized and really powerful, because it's in place. There are days when everything that I do is a move in that direction, and it flows, and it's getting me closer there, and it feels good. And then the days where, I got pulled off because of some, a fire came on, or something required my attention, or maybe I don't have the same energy for whatever reason that particular day. What I look at is, am I moving in a productive and organized way a majority of the time?
Yes.
If the answer is yes, then I am doing the right things. If the answer is none of the time, then I need to evaluate, well, what needs to shift and change? Who do I need to ask, as you so eloquently put earlier? Where can I get the help to fill in the gaps? And where can I focus my area of genius so that the vision isn't compromised?
Right.
And so it's how I give myself grace for those moments when I'm not showing up 100%, because I've learned as a recovering perfectionist that it's okay not to be 100% all the time.
Right. I mean, it's impossible to do that. So,
but as far as on my days that I'm organized, I already know what I'm going to be doing for the day. There's, goals and objectives that have to get accomplished. And there's really, it boils down to, just like you talk about in everything, it's setting your intention.
Right.
Is the intention.
Right. Yes. Setting intentions is critical, and not leaving it up to outside circumstances, because we know how that goes,
And helping set expectations too. So like, I let my staff know, here's what I'm doing this morning, and I'm unavailable here. So that helps to avoid the interruptions.
Yes.
And those are things that they could, so that people can address later.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. So what's next for you? What's happening with you?
So you mentioned For Covered Wisdom. This is a passion of mine. It is my deepest passion, actually, is helping women fetch anything that they want, that it really is possible to fetch anything that you want, and to have the right tools to do that. My take and my perspective in the world, based on my own experiences with my dog, is to constantly look at the daily lesson that they're giving me.
Yes.
And I sometimes have to really look for it, and other times it's so obvious. And then to take a moment to be intentional about internalizing what that message is, and looking for ways that I can incorporate it. So it's just really about being self-aware and using these anecdotal lessons to continue to move in the direction of not just my dreams for a company, but my dreams for life as I want to experience it, and more importantly, how I want to impact, or as we say in Dog is Good, leave our mark on this. Yes. So that's For Covered Wisdom. It's going to be, it's a membership site, but it is going to be open up probably towards the end of June. for people. And if people want to learn more about it, it's an open group currently. It's on Facebook, Fur Covered Wisdom. You can join us there. We have a great conversation this evening that'll take place live as it relates to reflecting on the year thus far. We all started the year with really like we ran into 2020 because it was a new decade. We had hopes and dreams and aspirations, and suddenly we're literally like it's kind of like being on one of those roller coaster rides, and you know how it's going, and then all of a sudden it stops, and everybody
Right.
and you can't even pivot in that moment because you're stuck in your car. And
Right.
so taking those pieces apart and getting clear on our values and what we want, and knowing tomorrow's going to be here. So how do we want to show up tomorrow and the next day? And what's the intention by the end of the year? What impact do we want to leave? I mean, there's so much going on as we're addressing
Right.
all of it.
Yes.
And that's what
Yeah.
that group is about.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything is coming up. Everything is bubbling to the surface. This is, you said it. We came charging into this decade and this year, 2020 vision. And it was really exciting. And then just to have literally the plug pulled has really just, devastated a lot of people, thrown a lot of people for a loop, like what's happening. And yet at the same time, I'll let you speak, but at the same time, so many gifts and so many blessings too. So many.
Yes, I have faith in people.
Yeah.
Right now. I have faith, and I believe that each person, everybody at some point in this past few months, and especially maybe the past couple weeks, is sitting down and asking themselves, how do I want to experience my world? And how do I want to be a part of this world? Yes. And in that self-reflection and evaluation is going to come some tremendous, amazingly positive things for pivots, for change, for growth. And so I am counting on people to do that self-reflection. And I'm also counting on people to reserve judgment only when they're looking in the mirror, going through that process to be a force for good. And, that's an element of dog is good's mantra is dog it in our language. Dog is good for good. We want to be a force for good in a number of areas.
Yes.
Right. I think there's many blessings that will come out of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And many have, despite appearances. It's really where you're focusing your attention, what lens you're choosing to look through at this time. It's really, really fascinating. So, all right. So let me ask you, we do intention statements, and our intention statement today is, I have today to manage my time well. What's the intention statement you live by with I have today to in front of it, or one for today,
Yeah, well, I love that one. I have today to manage my time well. And part of that is I have a sign here. It says, keep your eye on the ball.
I see that.
Yeah. What you focus on grows. So I have the intention to, follow through with the things that I set out to do. But on a daily basis is I have today. How did you say it? I have today to set my intention, or
I have today to.
I've got it. I have today to continue to reflect and learn and listen and act on my core values in conjunction with the vision that I have to be a force for good and leave my mark in a way that impacts others positively.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. So let me just share with the audience, we did a video montage last week of I have today intention statements, and we are going to do it again. And so we're asking you, we would love your videos. So please reach out to us at dianeforster.com/intention and send us your video with your I Have Today intention statement so that we can share it with the world. This is, for us, it's a global mission and vision to touch the lives of 1 billion people who don't know their self-worth, to discover their true divinity, power, and purpose. And here at I Have Today, we believe it's through self-love, unconditional love of self. And when you have that and you're living intentionally, then you have so much more to give to the world, and you get to love the world unconditionally as well. So please send us your videos and we'll feature you, for your chance to be featured here live on air in our next video montage. That's wonderful, Gila. Well, I really, really appreciate you. Do you have any final words of wisdom, nuggets you'd like to share with us?
Yes, actually I do. It was the lesson I got from my dog this morning.
Okay, great.
My dog that's not Bolo, the yellow lab lying on her back, although it could be. That's exactly what she looks like in the morning, 100%. The greatest lesson that I think I and pretty much every dog lover on this earth has learned is unconditional love. What does it take to be someone who can fully embrace unconditional love? And I think that's my lesson right now today, and to come from a place of that. So yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got on that one today.
That's beautiful, because that's mine too today, often, but I'm feeling that is so critical. Yes, I know everything, I'm supportive of everyone. I'm non-judgmental of everyone, and everyone is allowed to express themselves the way they need to express themselves. And the level of pain and hurt emotions that's happening is painful, really painful.
Yeah.
To experience, to witness, to be watching it. Mm-hmm. And yet at the same time, there's this level of, it's very, very cathartic, and it's very healing that this is all happening too at the same time. So just to love and embrace everyone unconditionally, hold space for them. And from our own home first, mm-hmm. then to our neighbor, then to our community, our town, our city, our state, our nation, the world.
It starts here. It starts here first. It goes here, then here.
Yes. Yep.
Saying, and how can we create a chain reaction that becomes pervasive throughout the world, as this is how humans behave.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful.
Maybe we can eradicate all war and all hate.
Yeah. Oh, it's happening. It's happening. Mm-hmm. I'll just leave it at that. It's happening. So
exactly.
Thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you. If you want to find out more about Gila and how to follow her, we've got a ticker going right now. You can go to dogisgood.com or facebook.com/fur-covered-wisdom.
Yes.
All right.
That's great. Thank you so much, Diane.
So much. All right. We'll see you soon. Take care. Okay. Bye. Bye. Isn't she amazing? Just amazing. I love her. So follow her, find out about Dog is Good. Are you a dog lover? Do you know a dog lover, who could really support Dog is Good? Because like she said, the clothes, the apparel, everything is full of the intention of experiencing that love of dog. So, and Fur Covered Wisdom, where she offers support and really helps you to live to your highest potential as well. So that's why we have so much alignment. So thank you, Gila Kurtz. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move into the Mentor Me Minute segment of the show. So if you have questions, be sure to leave them in the live comment section. And I know Kelly has a couple questions for me that came in already. So let's Okay, here we are, the Mentor Me Minute segment. And this is a chance for you, whatever you're dealing with, to be mentored by me live here. And I said this last week, I want to say it this week. It's so important for you to be open and vulnerable and share what you're experiencing, because at I Have Today, we are passionate about helping eradicate depression, anxiety, and suicide. And I'm not saying that's what's going on with you, but it starts with, feelings of depression, feelings of not being happy. And so ask your question, get the help and the support that you need, because I guarantee you that your question or challenge or problem is somebody else's too. And when you speak up and get the help that you need, you're actually helping others. So, all right. Okay. So we have Tiffany in Chicago. Oh, Chicago. Hey, I lived in Chicago 24 years. All right. So here we go. Why am I so emotional right now? It seems like I am crying a lot. Oh, that's really interesting. Okay. The clock is ticking. So, oh, Tiffany, you know why? Because it's the end of your world as you know it. Like I said, that REM song, and you're adapting to a new normal. And what's happening is every day you're experiencing something different that's coming up for you. It might not be every day, but consistently things are coming up. So you're very, very emotional. You're very raw. You've had your freedom taken away. You've had maybe your job taken away. I don't know enough about you, but things in your life that you had and maybe took for granted, because we all did, whoever thought this would be happening, got taken away from you. And so it's stirring up all this emotion. Now, I also don't know what your home dynamic is. And, but if there's other people in the household with you, that dynamic is going on too. So everybody is shedding clearing away some old residual emotions. Things are coming up as we're locked inside. We're going inside, and this stuff is coming up. And so my advice to you sounds very simple, but it is keep crying, keep releasing it, keep getting rid of anything that's showing up for you, because as painful as it is in that moment, it's going to allow you to break through to something greater. Okay. When you release that, whatever that is, that negative emotion in there is actually for you. It's working for you. As Abraham Hicks would say, why you're feeling this emotion, it is for your own good, even though it doesn't feel like it at the time. So allow the emotions to come up. Another good trick is journal, write it out. Express yourself, get down whatever it is, even if you don't understand it, right? I don't understand why I keep crying, which is your question. Why are you so emotional? I don't understand why I'm so emotional. And I don't know if you pray or meditate. If you do, either way, if you don't, or if you do, stay till the end of the show, because I'm going to do a mantra meditation that's going to help you. I'm going to keep you in my mind and my thoughts as we do it. But get that down on paper as much as you can and let it come up, and see with your pen in your hand on paper, you're probably going to get the answers yourself. Your soul, your spirit is going to come through. Your higher self is going to come through and help give you the answers that you need. So it sounds cheeky, but my advice is keep crying. Keep it, let it come. Don't try and hold it back. Feel it as it's coming up, and then journal to get it out, to try and discover why it's happening, so that you can let it go and you can release it. Okay. All right. It was way more than a minute, but it was totally worth it. Okay. Is there another question? Because we have time for one more. Oh my gosh. Who is this? Nancy in Pittsburgh. Oh, we got a couple of Nancy's on today. Nancy in Pittsburgh. I'm so bored. What advice do you have for me while I'm furloughed from work? Oh, well, Nancy, I say use this time to get creative, to be as creative as you can be. And you can do this by, not to be selling my own products, but I'm going to tell you about a product that I think is going to help you, especially if you're bored. I have a program called 10 Days to Your Passion and Purpose, where you can really discover things about yourself, how much you are living in your passion and purpose. how much fun you're having, how much meaning is in your life, if you are living to your truth, how to live in gratitude, how to really live intentionally. It's a powerful, powerful process that is on my website at dianeforster.com. If you go to the coaching section or the shop, you'll see it there. It's 10 days to your passion and purpose. And here's the cool thing. It's $10. So for $1 a day, you can alleviate your boredom. You can figure out if your job, maybe this job isn't making you happy anymore. Maybe it's just that feeling of dependency that you're having with it. Now, maybe you love it. Maybe you love it. But if you don't, use this time to discover what you are really passionate about and what your purpose might be and how you can maybe live like I live here, loving what I do every day, like Gila lives, loving what she does every day. And so that's my advice to you. Use this time productively to ask yourself the right questions. And the 10 Days to Your Passion and Purpose program is a great way to do it. And if you don't want to do that, you can certainly search other books or resources out there, but don't waste your time sitting around, just waiting. Use it intentionally. Live intentionally. Be intentional about your life because today is all you have. This is all you're promised. So use it wisely. Okay. All right. So, Nancy, since we ran out of time, I am going to please send me a direct message on Facebook and give me your mailing address because I'm going to send you a signed copy of my book. I have today, Find Your Passion, Purpose, and Smile Finally. Here's a great thing to do while you're bored. Read the book. You can binge read it in a night. It takes about 2 hours to read, and you'll get some insights into yourself in that as well. So, okay. All right. So before we do the final mantra meditation, I just want to kind of recap what we've talked about already. We went into how to get yourself organized and be more productive by asking for help, by calendaring everything, by making it more fun. Gila was amazing. She gave us great insights on how she lives the I Have Today way and what she's doing and what her vision and mission is. So be sure to follow her and be sure to send us your videos for the intention statement and also your questions so I can mentor you live. So now what I want to do with our last few minutes together is I want to ask you just to get comfortable. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you on a guided mantra meditation where we're going to be able to together, as I'm speaking these words to you, it's going to have a powerful, positive shift within you on a soul level, on a cellular level, and really help you open up those neural pathways in your subconscious to be able to dream bigger and live your life bigger. And we're going to focus it on the topics that we talked about today. So I'm going to ask you first, get comfortable. Obviously, if you're driving, you got to do this with your eyes open, pay attention to the road. You can still get in a meditative state, but for everybody else, sit down, lay down, get comfortable, feet flat on the floor. You could turn your hands up if you want to receive more energy. And then I'm going to ask you to close your eyes so we can take a few deep breaths. All right. Okay, here we go. Breathe in and hold it for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then breathe it out for 8, like you're blowing out birthday candles. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's do that again. Breathe in for the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Now breathe it out for 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in again for 4. Hold it. And then breathe it out for 8. You should already be feeling relaxed. Now just stay silent and listen to the words. I have today to love my life. Something really good is going to happen to me today. I can feel it. Miracles, big and small, I notice them all. Yes, 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 thank you. I have today to love and accept myself just as I am. I am exactly where I need to be. Nothing is wrong. Nothing needs to change. I am on my path. No outside circumstances, people, experiences, anything that's going on in the world can affect me and my perfect imperfection of who I am and where I am today. I am in the exact right place. I am so grateful and blessed to be alive, to have the love and support in my life from my family, from my friends, from my community, from this planet, from spirit, from God, from the universe, whatever it is I believe, that higher power. I am so loved. I am adored. I live my life intentionally, and I tune in to what matters most to me, what's important to me, how I want to live, and how I want to feel each and every day. And despite everything that's going on in the outside world, I tap into this knowing every single day. I understand that there are no mistakes. I am not a mistake. I am here for a reason. I am here to live my life on purpose. I am here to have fun. I am here to experiencing the joys and the wonder that are available to me on this planet. When I lay my head on my pillow each night, I list at least 5 things that I am grateful for that happened to me in the day. And I live in gratitude and appreciation as I go off to sleep into a beautiful slumber where I dream the dreams of what I want my life to be in the future, knowing that I'm okay where I am today and I am on my path. And then I wake up every day knowing that this day is a brand new day. I do not carry my past with me any longer. I live in the moment. I live in now. I leave that past behind me and I focus ahead on my future. And I say to myself, I have today to live this day very, very intentionally. And I set the intention that all day, no matter what I do, no matter who I speak to, no matter where I go, I am going to look for the gifts and the grace in every moment, with everyone, and in everything. I live my life organized and productive to the way that serves me. And I feel so grateful to be alive for all the miracles, big and small. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. You can open your eyes. How do you feel? Let me know. Share your comments with me. You can share your comments with me on Facebook here. You can also follow me or do it here on the link here, or on Instagram, YouTube. This is also playing on YouTube at I Have Today with Diane Forster, and share them there. And let me know how this episode was for you. Let me know what's going on with you and how I can support you. As a mindset and manifestation mentor, I'm going to tune in and tap into what is right for you and help you live your life intentionally to the fullest in every area of your life, every day of your life. It's my privilege and honor to be here with you every week at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, here live. So make it a point. Mark your calendar so that we spend this time together, because you never know what you're going to get. These mantra meditations are live, and I'm tuning into your energy who's with me today, and it's based on the topic that we just had. So it's going to have a powerful, positive effect on you directly by you being here. I do these for my clients privately. I make customized one for them. But here I get to do this live with you. So this is basically like getting a personalized mantra meditation from me, which I love, love, love doing. I can feel it. I feel the shift. I feel better. How you feeling back there, Kelly?
Great.
Yeah, you feeling good? Good. Well, this is great. Well, this is Diane Forster. I want to thank you so much for being here at I Have Today. Please follow me on social media at Diane Forster Official. Be here every week at I Have Today with Diane Forster at E360 TV, on YouTube Live, and at Facebook on my I Have Today with Diane Forster page live as well. Thanks so much for being here, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.